Today we are looking at old Guan in a super sharp resolution. Just kidding, we're looking at the old Conquest map. The first beta iteration, I think this is, where we still had side jungles. I've actually never played this map, I've never seen this map, and Whisky Wyrm made a Unreal 4 version for this quite a while ago, where you can look at all of this. So all credit for this goes to Whisky Wyrm, who got this through old game files, and he made a long video where he explains a bit about the process and everything, how you can get on this map, because you can actually play this map yourself as well. They will all be linked down below, so please go check out his channel. Whisky Wyrm is a fantastic SMITE channel and channel in general anyways, so you should subscribe to him either way. But yeah, he's basically at fault for this being possible, and it's so cool. And I've never seen anything on this map. I did not know anything about this map before he showed it to us, and well, I also saw some very old gameplays from time to time, but you don't really get the same feeling as walking across the map yourself. This is actually the old Titan as well, the Minotaur, so that is really cool. I didn't even know there were these gold statues before, and the entrance into the entire, well, Minotaur area is also very different, as you can see, because you have to go around these pillars, which I think would make the fighting situation a lot different. I would assume that the glowing spots here were the spawn points for the minions. Yeah, we cannot even walk on them. And we're just going to walk around a little bit and look at some other parts here as well. Those were the old broccoli trees. They're a bit of a meme now. It's actually funny because I think some of the textures back then, well, I wouldn't necessarily say look nicer than nowadays, but in a way they do. It was just a different art style. But then there are those trees which just look, well, horrible would be an understatement. But what we really want to see here is, of course, what's in here? The side jungle. This is where the old side jungle camps were. So I'm guessing this is where one of the camps would have been. Might be in a harpy camp or something like that. I really don't know which ones were which. So the jungler had to spend some time roaming around here, or you would have the laners going for those camps. And I know that those camps had completely different buffs as well. So for example, there was a buff that provided you with regeneration over time. And there was the actual yellow buff and the orange buff, I think, as well. I think it was separated too. I don't really remember if it was one of them was like a protection buff or something. Well, ages ago. I never played it, but looking at it now is really cool. The side of the map actually looks really cool as well. I really like that it's a little bit sunny up there. It looks kind of bright-ish, even though the other side here doesn't really reflect that. So yeah, very, very different vibe, very different aesthetic. Nice details on the tower as well. So this was all just possible, by the way, because some Reddit user that got in contact with Whisky Wyrm was able to save a very old version of SMITE, or had a very old version of SMITE saved. I don't know if on purpose or coincidentally, and yeah. So we end up with this. I don't know if the fog, I don't think the fog is meant to be like this. But I can change some settings around, but I'm not sure if the fog will actually change. Or we can kind of look at it like this, but no. I guess it's just the way it is. So there was fog in the jungle, but I don't think it looked like this, really. Bit too extreme right now. I don't know if that's just on my end, maybe some setting went wrong. Who knows? Wait, actually I have another idea. Let's see if one of these changes this. No. Nope. What we gotta work with. So this was the old fire giant pit, and I think that's in a way obviously not impressive graphically, a bit of a blob, but in a way it has a very cool aesthetic with a magma flowing down here. Wait, is it lava or magma? It's magma when it's not out yet and lava when it's out, so it would be lava, right? Something like that. But I don't know, at the same time as like these trees look again horrible, this really looks kind of cool. It gives us like cool lighting effect as well. It might be a little bit different from what it would have been back then because it's in Unreal 4, I think. So this may have changed something about the graphics. Here we have, oh, now the floor changed. Well, that's actually cool to see as well. It's cool to see what the floor would look like here. Oh, actually, this might be because I'm using a newer version of Unreal as well. This is the fire giant, which I'm not sure if at the time it was the fire giant that was used or it was the kraken. There was an early version where the kraken was actually used as a fire giant. And yeah, well then that model was moved over to Poseidon, and this fire giant was used. Also looks very different today, but it's still kind of cool. Like I can get with the aesthetic of this, especially with the wall as well. I don't know. It has a bit more of I don't know, of ruins than today's map. You know, with all this like cracked pillars and everything. I think that gives it a pretty interesting aesthetic. You can also have a look over here. Wait, so okay, there's Zeus on one side and on the other side. Okay, I was gonna say, do they have two different statues? But apparently it's just the same. So there wasn't really much of a different direction in art style between Chaos and Aura back then, I guess, because unless I accidentally ended up walking to the wrong side again. No, I'm pretty sure this is a different Minotaur. Oh, we can swap around a little bit. Make sure not to get lost. Wait. It's got this little floaty animation. Yeah, we're gonna look around here. Because this side is where... Well, it seems like quite a few more camps would have been back then. Let's see here. Oh, here, this is the old Gold Fury. Unfortunately, with a bit of fog on the floor. Oh, wait, is that a Hindu symbol on her gold? That's a Hindu symbol. That doesn't really make sense, I guess, but... Well, she definitely has improved since then. The Fire Giant obviously has improved as well, but I think the old Fire Giant style made sense, but this just looks... Ooh, interesting. And not in a good way. We're just gonna walk away and pretend we didn't see that. Oh, this looked cool as well. I don't know if it had any purpose, but these giant hands look cool. What do we got here? Oh, another camp spawn. Jesus, jungle is so different. It's. I feel like it's way easier to get lost in this area because it's like winding around. Or maybe it's just because I never played it, but here's another jungle camp again. And then yeah, I'm absolutely lost. Okay, so this is... Wait, if this is... No, this is where the Gold Fury was. I recall... Oh, here we go. Here's Denton and his friends. I was gonna say, there were some more units somewhere. And I thought there was also another model somewhere, but I'm not sure. Maybe I just skipped it by accident. And then we're just gonna walk down here and see what the other side jungle looks like. I would like for the next season to... Ooh, old harpy, so... Not pretty. Okay, so the blood thing on the other side would probably be the harpies as well. It would probably be the same thing. I would like for some of the old art style to return in a way. Not this, obviously, but I think the new map is intentionally kept very dull in its colors, very subtle, whereas here you can see like this strong contrast in colors between everything, really. Maybe you can just jump up here. No, allow me to. But you know, like, just look at these color clashes here, like red, greenish, gray, and gold, like just right next to each other. And that the idea is that is a bit visually distracting for abilities and not ideal. But I do think that there is some merit to like this more, well, colorful, vibrant look as well. And I do think that in ways it would be cool to have a little bit of that back. Maybe not the side jungles, maybe that's a bit much, but yeah. Just some variation, and especially a nicer sky. Like this sky, it looks so nice. Come on, give me that. Okay, I'm gonna walk up back here just to make sure that I didn't actually walk to the wrong Phoenix Titan last time. Unfortunately, you can't see the phoenixes there. They just marked as dead. But yeah, no, okay. So they're just different colors. Just different colored minotaurs back then. And then later, they got a bit more creative with that. I actually am not sure. Is this supposed to be Freya? That wouldn't really make sense. I actually am not sure who that is supposed to be. Because the weapon is definitely not Freya. Whatever. So yeah, that's the old map. I really enjoyed just having a look across it. I think it looks very interesting in its own way, and honestly, I can't hate it. Like, I don't think it has aged terribly, even though the textures have not aged well, especially the trees. I still think that the style itself was something interesting. And again, with that, check out Whisky Wyrm. He was the one who made all of this. I just wanted to have a little bit of a browse around it and show this map to those of you who haven't seen it yet. And if you go on his video, which is linked down below, then you can also download the Unreal, well, software yourself and download the map for Unreal. And yeah, then you can look at this yourself and run around on it. And with that, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope this was entertaining, and hope to see you for the next one later, which is actually a video, which is a compilation of Crucible character reveals, because I figured it would make sense to put them in one place. And then otherwise, for the next one, tomorrow, DukeSloth, out.